Moving on now, the White House has now released a long-awaited review of America's chaotic withdrawal from Afghanistan. It's a summary of classified after-action reports. This document largely blames former President Donald Trump's administration, which had pledged to the Taliban that the United States would leave Afghanistan by May 2021. In this latest report, the Biden administration has sharply criticized the previous government run by former President Donald Trump for failing to plan for this withdrawal. It said Biden inherited a chaotic and crippled operation in Afghanistan. Remember, it was Trump who made a deal with the Taliban to withdraw all US forces. And Biden was left with two choices, either withdraw forces or to continue fighting with the Taliban.
But while it was always the president's intent to end that war, it is also undeniable that decisions made and the lack of planning done by the previous administration significantly limited options available to him. President Biden inherited a forced presence in Afghanistan of some 2,500 troops. That was the lowest since 2001. He inherited a special immigrant visa program that had been starved of resources. And he inherited a deal struck between the previous administration and the Taliban that called for the complete removal of all U.S. troops by May of 2021, or else the Taliban, which had stopped its attacks while the deal was in place, would go back to war against the United States.
Now, John Kirby, the U.S. National Security spokesperson, said the president's decision to end the war in Afghanistan was the right one.
I can confirm that the Department of Defense... And now, with that war over, we can more squarely address the most pressing challenges of our day. America is on a stronger strategic footing, more capable to support Ukraine and to meet our security commitments around the world, as well as the competition with China, because it is not fighting a ground war in Afghanistan.
The National Security Council report also said no intelligence agency had predicted that the Taliban could take over in just 9 days. John Kirby said despite curtailed options, President Biden had led a deliberate, rigorous and inclusive decision-making process and that it was responsive to facts on the ground.
And do they always get it right? They'll be the first ones, if they were up here, to tell you they don't always get it right. And clearly we didn't get things right here with Afghanistan, about how fast the Taliban were moving across the country. I don't think we fully anticipated the degree to which they were constructing these deals in the hinterlands that kind of fell like dominoes. We didn't anticipate how fast the Afghan National Security Forces were going to fold. We're not going to fight for their country, particularly after we had, as I said, dedicated 20 years, trained and equipped them.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.